Hello, Assalamualaikum, and hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's me, Maisara Nordin. Today, I would like to share with you guys about Twitter. Who doesn't know about Twitter, right? Twitter is the most popular social media that people been used nowadays. So, what is Twitter? Twitter is an online news and social networking site where people communicate in short messages called tweets. Tweeting is posting and messages for anyone who follows you on Twitter with the hope that your messages are useful and interesting to someone in your audience. Basically, some people use Twitter to discover interesting people and companies online, opting to follow their tweets. Besides, why Twitter is so popular? In addition to its relative novelty, Twitter's big appeal is how scan-friendly it is. You can track hundreds of interesting Twitter users and read their content with a glance. This is ideal for our modern attention deficit world. Twitter employs a purposeful message size, a restriction to keep things scan-friendly. Every microblog tweet entry is limited to 280 characters or less. This size promotes the focus and clever use of language, which makes tweets easy to scan and challenging to write. The size restriction made Twitter a popular social tool. Alright, must be you guys wondering how the Twitter works. Twitter is easy to use as either broadcast or receiver. You join with a free account and Twitter names, and you send broadcast tweets daily, hourly, or as frequently as you like. Go to the What's Happening box, type 280 or fewer characters and click tweet. People who follow you and potentially others who don't will see your tweet. Twitter also encourages people you know to follow you and receive your tweets in their Twitter feeds. Let your friends know you are on Twitter to slowly build up a following. When people follow you, Twitter actually creates calls for you to follow them back. So you can go to your twitter.com day and night to read your Twitter feed, which is constantly changing as people post. Twitter is that simple, okay? So why people tweet? Okay, people send tweets for all sorts of reasons, such vanity, attention, shameless self-promotion of their webpage, or simple boredom. The great majority of Twitter's microblog recreationally, it is a chance to shout out to the world and revel in how many people read their tweets. However, a growing number of Twitter users send out useful content, and that's the real value of Twitter. It provides a stream of quick updates from friends, family, scholars, news journalists, and experts. It empowers people to become a major journalist of life, describing and sharing something that they found interesting about their day. Furthermore, a lot of dribble is on Twitter, but at the same time, there is a base of useful news and knowledgeable content. You will need to decide for yourself which content is worth following there. Twitter also as a form of a major news reporting. Among other things, Twitter is a way to learn about the world through another person's eyes. For example, tweets may come from people in Thailand, Kazakhstan, and many more. Twitter also as a marketing tool. Thousands of people advertise their recruiting services, consulting business, and retail stores by using Twitter, and it's so worth. Next, Twitter as a social messaging tool. Yes, Twitter is social media, but it's more than instant messaging. This is because Twitter is about discovering interesting people around the world. It can also be about building a following of people who are interested to you and your work or hobbies, and then providing these followers with some knowledge value every day. Twitter also is a way to maintain a low-maintenance social connection with others and maybe influence other people in a small and big way. And why celebrities is actually like Twitter? This is because Twitter has become one of the most used social media platforms because it is both personal and rapid. Celebrities use Twitter to build a personal connection with the fans. For instance, like Katy Perry, their daily updates foster a sense of connectedness with their followers, which is powerful for advertising purposes and also compelling and motivating for the people who are following the celebs. Twitter also provides many different things. Twitter is a blend of instant messaging, blogging, and texting, but with the brief content and a broad audience. If you fancy yourself a bit of a writer with something to say, then Twitter is a channel worth exploring. If you don't like to write but are curious about celebrity, a particular hobby topic, or even long-lost cousin, then Twitter is one way to connect with that person or topic. What is tweet? It's all begin with a tweet. Join or start any conversation in the world with a simple tweet. Next, retweet. You see something you like? Then retweet it to spread the word instantly. Follow. Never miss an updates from the people that matter to you. Building a timeline all starts with a follow. Then, what about search? Wondering what something is all about? Search and use the conversation unfold live. Then hashtag. Wondering what's everyone talking about? Click a hashtag and find out. Hashtag connects tweets that talk about the same thing in one place. Alright, next, I will proceed to example things you can tweet. Firstly, details of new publication or resources you've produced. Next, new items that feature your research. Links to any blog post you've written. Thoughts on conference you've attended. Question to invite feedback. Interesting new items you found. Interesting photograph. Replies to others people's tweets. Last but not least, a retweet of other people's tweets. Okay, generally speaking, tweets show up in the order they happen. At the top of a Twitter feed, you will see tweets that are only a second old. New tweets appear at the top, pushing the older ones down. If you haven't signed on it a while, you might get a box of recommendation tweets you may have missed. But outside of the equation is simple. The further down you scroll, the older the tweets get. This immediacy has made Twitter the go-to place to watch protests unfold around the world. Follow and comment on sports or TV shows as they happen and make fun of celebrity missteps right when the news is hot. The best and sometimes worst part is the people sharing information and tweeting photos are necessarily newscasters. Anyone can be a reporter or a cultural critic on Twitter, and that's led to a universe of diverse viewpoints and all amplified organically. Tweets can contain of links, photos, GIF or videos, but if you're tweeting text, you are limited to 280 characters, which I've been mentioned before. But it is used to be 140, which was even more stifling. But once you get used to it, you will learn to love the brevity. It also helps you make the tweets PG, and there's much less rambling you have to read when scanning other tweets. Also, some even say Twitter helped us to become a better writer. Besides, stepping into the Twitter stream unprepared can leave you feeling rudderless. Who to follow, what to tweet, does this show up to my page, am I missing things my friend posts, what's and retweet. Follow our tips to get started on Twitter and you set yourself up for more fulfilling experience. Okay, the last part is I want to share to you guys on how to make a Twitter. Okay, step 1, you go to the twitter.com or download the app and sign up for an account. The full name that you provide will be a display name, but unlike Facebook, you can change your display name to whatever you want as many times as you want, and it's so really easy. Okay, step 2. Enter in your phone number. This is a form of authentication that will help in case you ever lost access to your account. You will want to use the phone you actually have access to because the next step will ask you to verify a number sent via text. Step 3. Pick a password and make it secure. You don't need a throw gap in the whole of your account, and this maintains the reputation you've worked so hard to build. Step 4. Choose your interest. This will help with the next step, which is where Twitter will give you a suggestion of people you can follow. You can also skip both these by saying skip for now in the top right of hand corner. Step 5. Once you are in, click on the gray silhouette next to the tweet button on the top right of your screen and click settings and privacy. At the top, you can pick a username you like. That will be a username or handle, and people can notify you by typing in front of your username in a tweet. Choose something you like that you think isn't taken, but also something easy to remember for others. Step 6. Pick an avatar. The default picture is a still heart, but you can make sure your avatar whatever you want, like your face, a dog, or many more. The possibilities are endless. Just click the silhouette and click to profile, and then click edit profile on the right underneath to the blue bar. Besides, you can update your header photo from this place too. Be sure to read Twitter's rules for avatar image to make sure what you pick is not the violent. The last step is write your bio. You may wish to list where you work, live, or a line from a favorite poem in your bio. This is the short blurb that lets potential followers know who you are and you are likely to tweet. There is also a handy spot to list your website if you have one. After all, Twitter also provided privacy. Remember, everything on Twitter is public by default. However, you can easily make your own private experience. If you like to make a Twitter a place where you privately interact with friends, just set your account private. Turning this setting on means you will have to manually give permission to anyone who wants to follow you, and if you like to them, you will be able to see your tweets and communication with you. But with a private account, only the people who you've given permission to follow you will see your tweets. As for conclusion, I recommend to you to register an Twitter account and you will find out more about Twitter. So that's all from me, and I hope you guys gain something from my videos. Thank you and bye bye.